time to get sassy for Good Luck High Five episode 294.
That's right, everybody. Why is this episode sassy? Well, just because it is.
It just is. Sometimes sass comes and you just have to accept it.
Sometimes it goes and you have to bid it adieu until the next time you see it.
It stays for lunch and you've got to feed it lemonade and an ice cold sandwich.
That's right. If you want your sass to go away, serve it iced tea and a panini, which are the diametrical opposites of
That's
lemonade
right.
and an ice cold sandwich. An ice cold sandwich.
Yeah.
All right.
Haven't you ever just wanted a really cold sandwich for lunch?
No.
No,
I
no,
guess,
no,
you know
no.
what? If it's any kind of salad, then yes.
Oh,
Like a tuna salad, an egg salad, a
Yeah.
chicken salad. If any of those are warm, I'm out.
But ice cold would also be similarly slightly disturbing.
It would be like a little
Why
weird.
is
Like
it
if it
so
was in the freezer.
cold?
Well, everyone, you're listening to a podcast for people who play the game of Magic, whether you are new to the game, returning to the game, trying to get better, maybe qualify for your first PT, or enjoying a run of GPs. We're here for you.
I'm one of your hosts, Maria.
I'm another one of your hosts, Megan.
And on today's show, we've got a whole bunch of Guilds of Ravnica previews, including our very own preview card.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Exciting!
Exclusive fireworks, trombones.
Do you know what is not exclusive?
What?
Fireworks. Like once you shoot them into the sky,
They're for
anyone who's
everybody.
around can see them.
When I'm a millionaire, I'm going to build a dome that is from the inside looks like stars, from the outside is black, so nobody can see my exclusive rich person fireworks.
I think you really are overestimating how far $1 million goes these days.
You're right. That would cost way more than $1 million.
This week we've got, of course, the hottest magic news coming your way. We're also going to talk all of the other Guilds of Ravnica previews in addition to our own preview card. We've got our magic expert
Yes,
on
we
the
have
line.
the very first time, by the way.
Yes.
We've got the most experienced expert in magic coming
Yes.
onto the show, so get hyped.
This person has a lot of magic experience. We're also going to give you our very own Guilds of Ravnica quiz
Yes.
to figure out which guild you're aligned with going into this pre-release.
We took the official one last week, so
Well, we can all debate how official it is.
Megan was not pleased with her result.
That's a really lukewarm way of putting it.
an ice cold way,
Ice
you
cold
might
way to
say.
put it, yes.
So we've developed our own quiz that will hopefully satisfy Megan. And yeah, just a whole bunch of great stuff coming at you.
If I
this
can't
episode.
write myself a quiz to get the answer that I want, what am I
Yeah,
doing?
if you get the same answer after taking our second quiz, you know it's
Exactly.
it's locked in stone.
Then it's really problematic.
Before we do any of that, big thanks to everybody who's a supporter of the show over on patreon.com/GLHF Magic. Thank you to everybody who's become a new patron since last episode and everybody who remains a patron or continues patronizing our beautiful show.
Yes, it really does mean the world to us. You keep us able to keep doing the things we do, like this podcast right now, like our Wednesday videos, which this week is going to feature some of the Commander decks from the Commander set this year, Commander 2019. We're going to battle them out against each other and see kind of how they play. Also, new board game reviews every Monday.
Board game reviews
This
from our
week-
game guy.
Nicholas. I thought you were ever. I was like waiting for you to
no.
say his name.
He doesn't have a
From
name
our
as far-
game guy.
As far as I'm
Nicholas.
concerned, he's just a game guy.
He reviewed Root this week.
Yes.
And also walked us through a first couple of turns of Root. So if you're interested at all in any other games outside the realm of Magic, check out those reviews on Monday. Because do you know what? That dude knows what's going on.
Absolutely.
Whatever else you may say about Nicholas, and we sure do say a lot of other things about him.
He knows games.
He knows games.
Thanks as well to Card Kingdom. CardKingdom.com/GLHF is the link to use when you buy anything related to Magic. If you see us playing these Commander decks on Wednesday and you're like, those things look sweet, and spoiler alert, they are, head over to CardKingdom.com/GLHF and pick up a couple. They're super fun to battle against your friends for your game night. You can buy all four, mix them up, and play them with your buddies. And they're a sponsor of our show, so we like to give back to them too. So big thumbs up for Card Kingdom. It's time for some magic news.
That's right, everybody. We finally got the big organized play announcement.
Yes.
That we had been waiting for ever since they announced to us
an announcement
that this big announcement was coming.
Well, it's here.
That's right. First of all, we'll lead you up. We're going to build a little ladder instead of catapulting you to the top of the news.
All right, start on the bottom rung.
So they announced the first 3 Pro Tour consultants. So these are the 3 pro players that they're hiring on to consult about the ways that they should structure organized play going forward. Because they're like, who better to inform us than the people closest to the info itself? The people playing.
Yeah, this is a great idea, and I applaud Wizards of the Coast for making this change. They've officially hired, drumroll please,
Willie Adel, Eduardo Sajgalik,
yay, Eduardo,
and William Jensen.
William Huey Jensen.
Yay!
You can't see, but I'm giving them a round of applause.
I can hear it.
Literally.
So yeah, we'll see kind of where that goes in the future as they keep making organized play changes.
Okay, so what's the second rung of the ladder of announcement?
There's only 2 rungs.
Oh, this is a short ladder.
It's a very short ladder, but we have our Pro Tour dates.
Unless one rung is way below and one rung is really high.
That's kind of what it's like. Is that even a ladder? Is the real question.
A terrible one.
Is it a ladder at all? So there are going to be 6 Pro Tours next year.
What?
6 Pro Tours, team. You heard me.
What? 6?
That's right. For those of you who are like, why is that a big deal? Because you haven't counted the Pro Tours before.
There is normally 4.
Yes, there's usually 4 Pro Tours in every year. And now there's going to move up to 6. That's going to move up to 6. We have Cleveland in February. We have London in April. Dallas, Fort Worth in June. Barcelona in July. Richmond in November, and Brisbane in December.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Maria, which of these locations are
London.
you most... Okay. Well, I knew that was happening.
Woo! Yeah. I've been waiting and hoping and crossing my fingers for your UK Pro Tour for a long time. So we got one in London.
You finally got it.
Yeah.
And there's going to be fewer players at these Pro Tours, which is kind of the other big half of this announcement.
So normally the Pro Tours have somewhere between 4 and like middle 400s.
Yeah, right now they quote in their article, it's something like, or in the announcement, I mean, 300 to 400, but it's definitely been more on the side of like 400 and change.
Right.
Recently. And they're looking to move that down to 200 to 300 participants.
Okay, so it'll still be the same number of people who qualify. It's just going to be spread out more.
Yeah. So there won't be as many people per Pro Tour.
Sure.
But more Pro Tours means, I don't know, someone else who's good at math will have to do the actual math on this. If you have like 4 times 4, that's 16.
Okay, great.
Right?
We got that far.
And if you have 2 times 6, that's 12.
Nailed it.
Or 3 times 6 is
18.
18. So it'll be about the same number.
Okay.
Is what I think we're getting at.
I don't know how you got to that with those numbers, but I trust you.
Thank you. It's a great act of trust.
So I think this is really cool. It definitely raises a lot of questions we don't know the answers to yet.
Yeah.
You know, like, how is this going to change how people feel about Pro Tours?
Mm-hmm. Is it going to become harder to qualify, even though, as we said, across the entire year, there's technically about the same number of Pro Tour spots available, but every Pro Tour is going to have the same number of like platinum and silver and gold pros and all of those people who are qualified for all of the Pro Tours. So does it really net seats for people who are qualifying via things like PPTQs? And so this kind of heralds another announcement coming up somewhere in the future.
Yes.
Of how is the way that we qualify for a Pro Tour going to change?
How is the hype going to change? I mean,
right.
Normally 4, you get really excited. If you have 6, are you going to be less excited because it's more of a regular thing? Or are you still going to be just as excited because it's a freaking Pro Tour?
Yeah. Also, with 6, you might be like, are they going to name them after sets still? No. They're just going to name them after the places that they are.
Yeah, so they're not tied to set release anymore, which was the case with the last few Pro Tours, which I guess they were experimenting with leading up to these. So it's just going to be Pro Tour Cleveland, Pro Tour Brisbane, Pro Tour whatever, instead of Guilds of Ravnica or what have you.
Yeah.
So some exciting stuff there that we have to wait for yet another announcement for to kind of get more clarity on.
Finally, GP Detroit happened this weekend.
That's right. It was Team Modern.
Ooh, very fun.
Lots of cool peeps playing lots of cool decks in everybody's favorite format. The format of the future, they say, Modern.
That's right. So we had in the finals, there was William Corson, Antonio Perez, and Andrew Lopez against PVDDR, Matt Nass, and Sam Pardee.
Wow, that's a power team right there.
It really is, but do you know what? They fell.
They fell!
They fell in the finals.
The underdogs take it down.
That's right. So their 3 decks were Humans, Mono Green Tron,
Classic.
and Jeskai Control.
Wow.
Very classic.
That's like a classic lineup.
Trio. I wish that we weren't calling Humans classic, but here we are.
In this day and age, yeah, I think it has moved into that category, actually.
Unfortunately,
Yeah.
for people who don't like creatures, look, just get them out of here. Meddling Mage. Do you know what's a dumb card? Meddling Mage.
Are you trying to, what is this card, Meddling Mage right now?
I kind of am.
Let's
Meddling
hear it.
Mage. What is this card? Did you know that you can't, once it hits the battlefield, if they named Lightning Bolt and you have bolts in your hand, you can't kill it. It's too late. You never had a chance. It's just forever there. Ever and ever and ever and ever and ever. Because once it's there, whatever it named cannot be cast at all. And you can't cast it before it enters the battlefield because it's not on the battlefield for you to target. And then you can copy it with a phantasmal image. So you can have 6, you can have 8, you can have 1 billion Meddling Mages on the battlefield.
1 billion,
Meddling
that's a
Mage.
fact.
What is this card? And if they look at your hand with Kite Sail Freebooter and they're just like, now I know all the cards in your hand and I can play Meddling Mage and name exactly what's in your hand instead of what should be the only drawback of the card, which is just sort of being like, I don't frickin' know. Let's just name something in the dark. Meddling Mage, what is this card? Well, there we go.
There we go. And that's a look at your week of magic and music.
Hey everyone, it's time for some Guilds of Ravnica previews, and we're starting it off with our very own preview card.
Exclusive Good Luck High Five preview. This card seems pretty sweet, Meghan.
Its name, Nullhide Feryx.
Its cost 2 green.
Its creature type, Beast.
Beastie boy. Its stats 6/6.
I'm sorry, one more time?
6/6 for 4 mana.
What?
That's right.
It is hexproof.
What color me interested?
Hello. It says you can't cast non-creature spells, however.
Oh.
That's right. So, Maria, I could see your little brain ticking around your Boggles deck.
Yes.
And around your favorite hexproof decks. But guess what?
What?
Not with this buddy in play.
All right,
Because
so-
he says only creatures.
All right, so he's hexproof, but I can't put a Daybreak Coronet on him.
That's right. It also has 2. Nullhide Feryx loses all abilities until end of turn. Any player may activate this ability.
So my opponent can turn off its hexproof?
Yes. You can turn off.
turn the hexproof off.
You can turn the hexproof off. You can turn off your ability to not cast non-creature spells.
Okay, so I can actually put my Daybreak Coronet after I've got another enchantment on
That's
this.
true. You can pay 2 and then also pay 2 more for
All
your
right,
Daybreak
this is getting
Coronet.
expensive.
But your opponent can then be like, I pay 2.
And I kill it.
And I kill it.
There's more rules text, though. It also says, if a spell or ability an opponent controls causes you to discard Nullhide Feryx, put it onto the battlefield instead of putting it into your graveyard.
What?
Okay,
Wow.
that's interesting. So I first read this card as, if you discard it, you can just put it
Wow.
onto the graveyard.
Maria thought that this was
And I was like,
busted.
this card's insane. No,
It's still pretty good.
not
It
so.
still is, at the end of the day, a 6/6 hexproof for 4 mana.
Yeah, I mean, they have to spend 2 to be able to deal with it. So that is something.
That's completely absurd.
Yeah.
Also, it's just like in some ways, a nicer Obstinate Baloth.
yeah.
Obstinate Baloth's like, I gain you 4 life, but Nullhide Feryx is like, I'm a 6/6.
I'm a 6/6. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, I like this green.
Is that exactly the
beastie.
set of sounds that it makes?
Yeah. Boom, boom, boom.
So
Hear that at night.
It yells, yeah, it farts, and then it stomps around.
That's classic
Just wanna
green right there.
Sum it up.
Classic green.
Wrap it up.
Yeah,
All right.
I like this card. In limited, it's obviously very strong.
Obviously,
It's
very
a mythic.
good.
It's a mythic. Just
So hopefully you won't have to deal with it too
FYI.
much
So, but I'm hoping I will deal with it in the fact that I'm casting it a lot.
Ooh,
because
yeah.
I love it.
You would hope that.
I know. I feel like they nodded it our way to be the little hexproof on the
Yeah, of course they did. Look at its talons, though.
It's got great
Look at
teeth,
its claws.
everybody.
Look at its teeth.
I don't know how it closes its mouth.
I don't know that it does.
Probably not.
Or if it does, it just still has teeth poking out every which way.
It's probably just always eating.
It's endless teeth.
Endless teeth in the null.
Which is what I would have named this creature.
Do you think this creature is good enough for standard play? Hot take question.
There's a mono green deck. Heck yeah.
Put that in that. Put it in your Stompy deck.
Yeah, so you play this, and then you're playing Galta for no money.
I suppose it's better than a 5/4 for 3.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, is it though? I don't know.
Well,
Probably not. I don't know.
well, the problem with this is that you can't cast it on 2, which is when you are really casting your 5/4.
That's true.
This seems like a very good follow-up,
This
though.
is a very good
to
3.
like a Steel Leaf champion into a Nullhide Feryx.
Oh, gross.
Well, that's what board wipes were built for.
Yeah, except that you're going to have to wait probably at least maybe 2 more turns to play your board wipe to pay for the hexproof. Well, no.
That's not
that
how
doesn't
board
matter.
wipes work, Maria.
I was thinking of a kill spell.
Delicious.
This Nullhide Ferox is ready to feast on you and your control.
No, it's not. We're gonna get it.
Anyway, that's a pretty sweet card.
It is a pretty sweet card. We also have a whole bunch of other previews that have come out in the past week since the last time we talked about it.
Yeah.
So we've got here, this one is a pretty sweet Golgari card.
Ooh,
Izoni Thousand-Eyed.
that's creepy.
That is...
Megan, you don't like eyes where they shouldn't be.
No, I really don't. This card is disgusting. But its abilities are cool.
What's its abilities?
2 black, green for a 2/3, 6 mana 2/3. So you're like, okay. But it has Undergrowth. When Izani enters the battlefield, create a 1/1 black and green insect creature token for each creature card in your graveyard. Black-green, sacrifice another creature. You gain 1 life and draw a card. And you know how much I love to gain 1 life and draw a card.
That's true. But
I
you gotta
adore it.
sacrifice a creature, so you gotta play creatures for this.
Yeah, but you put some in your graveyard and then you just make
That's
a bunch
true.
of insects and then you sacrifice those insects.
Okay.
So it's pretty
I'm down.
sweet, despite the fact that the art is pretty terrifying.
I have to talk about Bounty Agent, which
Yeah,
is a
you
2/2
do.
for 1 and a white at rare human soldier. Vigilance, you can tap and sacrifice Bounty Agent, destroy target legendary permanent that's an artifact, creature, or enchantment.
This has a lot of applications for
Yes.
standard, considering that Dominaria is currently it's going to be in standard.
Yeah. So, like, get out of here, Teferi.
It does not
that
say
count?
Planeswalker. No.
Oh, never mind.
Artifact, creature, or enchantment.
Well, what do I want to kill with this then?
There's like Lyra.
That's true.
Lyra is a very good target. There's Galta.
Could kill
Galta's a
Galta.
great target.
12/12.
Exactly. Bounty Agent is like, I'll take the bounty on that dino.
I like the flavor of that.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that could potentially, I've always got my eye out for the white weenie deck. We'll see.
I like Whisper Agent. This is a pretty,
Demure.
exactly. It's a low key card, but it's a flash 3/2. When it enters the battlefield, surveil 1, and it's 1, and then it's hybrid mana. It's 2 hybrid mana, either blue or black. So I like the return of hybrid mana too.
Yeah, me too. So
It's-
we're getting our first look at Mentor, cards with Mentor as well,
Yeah.
which we had, a lot of people were questioning, is this mechanic any good? Let's take a look. So Sunhome Stalwart is 1 and white for a 2/2 classic Boros right there. First strike and has Mentor.
Nice. But you do have to have a 1 power creature.
1 power creature. Is that going to happen?
I don't know.
All right.
I mean, if you spent turn 1 doing what you want to do in Boros.
I guess you do.
So, let's see. We also have
This is
I love the name of
the
this
name
card
of this card is so redonk.
so much. Hypothesisal.
It's so is it?
It really just really something else.
I feel like Snoop Dogg needs to know about the name of this card
Hypothesis.
immediately.
3 blue-red for an instant, draw 2 cards. Then you may discard a non-land card. When you do, Hypothesizzle deals 4 damage to target creature.
Holy cow.
I love it.
This card's insane.
I love it. So it's either draw 2 cards at instant speed or draw a card and deal 4 damage to something.
That card's great. And it's a common?
Oh, yes.
Everyone's going to be hypothesizing all day and all night.
Yes. This is a card that people are real hyped about.
Okay, so how do you like Abrupt Decay? How about a better Abrupt Decay?
Assassin's Trophy, black, green, instant, destroy target permanent and opponent controls. Its controller may search their library for a basic land card, put it onto the battlefield, then shuffle their library.
This card will 100% see play in Modern.
Wow. Hot take.
Hot take.
Not even. That's a medium take.
That's a medium take because everybody knows it.
Yes. So many people are already like, well, hello, Jund.
A permanent.
That's right.
Not a creature.
It could be a land.
It can be anything.
It could be a Liliana.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jun just got a kind of an upgrade here.
I love the flavor text on this.
What is it?
A power vacuum for the Azorius. A keepsake for Vraska.
A power vacuum.
Beautiful.
I've got one of those.
Of course you do.
Speaking of,
We have a Niv Mizzet.
is it Perrin?
Yes.
What's a Perrin?
Wait.
Niv
Perrin.
Mizzet Perrin.
Perrin. I don't know what a Perrin is.
Niv
Blue,
Mizzet
blue,
Parent.
blue, red, red, red. Wow.
Okay, that's a
For
mana
a
cost.
5/5 legendary creature, dragon wizard. This spell can't be countered. Flying. Whenever you draw a card, Niv Mizzet Perrin deals 1 damage to any target. Whenever a player casts an instant or sorcery spell, you draw a card.
Okay.
Nice.
But that costs a lot. I mean, I'm going to play
I
it.
know
though.
it's only 6 mana. It's 6 mana for a 5/5.
I guess I meant
but the color requirements are very steep. How about this mythic, which is terrifying to look at?
I love this card
This
art.
is terrifying.
much.
I don't even know what's going on.
It's a beard that's also a face. Look at it. It's like got its whole head is a beard.
Dream Eater. 4 blue blue for a 4/3 flash flyer. Creature type Nightmare Sphinx. I agree.
I love him.
When Dream Eater enters the battlefield, surveil 4. When you do, you may return target non-land permanent and opponent controls to its owner's hand.
This card's great.
Yeah. Surveil 4.
Wow, I don't think I've ever even scryed 4.
That's a lot of surveilling.
What's the most I've ever scryed? 3, probably?
I think I've scryed 3.
Yeah, but have you scryed 4?
Not that I can remember.
So this is going to be a whole new experience.
Wow.
This card's excellent.
Wow.
And creepy, and I love its beard, little beard face. Look at it.
So terrifying. So terrifying.
So we have the return of split cards.
That's right.
Welcome. So we had a question. We asked Lee Sharp on Twitter from Wizard of the Coast what the connecting word was.
Yeah.
And he said all he told us was redacted. So I don't know if that
What?
means there's no linking word or if we just don't know it yet.
Wow.
This is a card, find finally.
Finality.
Finality. See, I don't even know what word would go between.
Find finality.
Find or finality would be my guess, but
I don't even know.
maybe there's no word. I don't know. Anyway, find.
Well, with these cards, you can cast one half or the other.
Correct.
So, Find is a sorcery for hybrid, 2 hybrid mana, green black. Return up to 2 target creature cards from your graveyard to your hand.
Excellent.
Okay. Finality, 4 black green sorcery. You may put 2 +1/+1 counters on a creature you control. Then all creatures get -4/-4 until end of turn.
Ah,
Nice.
this is a great card. It is a rare
Wow.
and very good.
I wonder what it is because this one is Response Resurgence.
Or kind of still makes sense.
Yeah.
I don't know. We were talking about this on our stream, and everybody was suggesting every linking word humanly possible.
Yeah, it's so true.
Which is very funny. Response is hybrid red-white instant. Response deals 5 damage target attacking or blocking creature. Makes sense. Resurgence, 3 red-white. Creatures you control gain first strike and vigilance until end of turn. After this main phase, there's an additional combat phase followed by an additional main phase.
Wow.
So you get 2 combats.
That's pretty cool.
I love it. Boros.com. Boros.
Boros.com/Boros.
Yeah, they just have to really send it home. You know how those Boros are.
Yeah.
Are you still thinking about what the word is?
I am. Actually, I was thinking about, so when we were talking about it, people started talking about palindromes.
Yeah.
And I was just thinking about swap God for a janitor.
Oh, yeah. So we had a lot of fun on our stream. Check it out, twitch.tv/GLHF Magic. Follow to let us know it, to let you know when we're live. Oh my gosh. Anyway, we said wouldn't it be funny if one half was one side of a palindrome and the other half was the reverse. Yeah. So we had fun with Rats and Star. That was a card. Yeah. But what was the first half? My favorite one was swap God for a janitor. And that was rot in a jar of dog paws. Which is obviously a green-black card. Swap God for a janitor, rot in a jar of dog paws. I know it's a lot of text to fit on a Magic card title, but I think it's worth it. But still, I really appreciate it. Anything else that catches your eye, Megan? Did you see this hexproof friend? Yes, we have another hexproof creature, Arboretum Elemental. 7 green, 9 mana, but it has Convoke. Okay. It's a 7/5 hexproofer. People are going to be mad about that, but I'm about to make a hexproof deck in Standard because now we have 3 cards that have hexproof. Did you see this little friend? More. Healer's Hawk. 1/1 lifelink. 1/1 flying lifelink for 1. Beep, beep. That's what I'm a little hawk. In your mentor deck right there. Hello, I'm a little hawk. You had a 2/2 lifelinker then. I'm a hawk. That's all I can think. I'm just a baby hawk. I'm a little hawk. Ooh, can you scroll down for a second? Because I just want to talk about the art really quick on Wary Okapi. It's just a vanilla 3/2 for 2 and a green with Vigilance. But yeah. It's beautiful. I love that it's fall on Ravnica. Yeah. It just is giving us the opportunity for such beautiful art. It's very cute. And it's a cute little antelope. Yeah, it's a little 3/2 antelope. Hi, buddy. It's very vigilant. Oh, I see everything. Super vigilant. Well, if you have your guess for what the connecting word or whatever the connecting situation is. Yeah, if there's some kind of, whatever the situation is. Yeah, whatever the connecting situation is. Please tweet at us at GLHF Magic with the hashtag connecting situation and let us know what you think it is because we're basically dying of curiosity over here. We really are. Everyone, and now it's time to welcome a very esteemed guest onto our show. He needs no introduction. Yes, but we're going to give him one because this is podcasting and you can't see what's happening. If you saw him, however, you would immediately know who he is, where he comes from, and what he means to the Magic community. That's right. Were you to pass him on the street, if you had never said his name before, it would still leap immediately to your lips and you would shout it joyously to the heavens. And if you had no lips, a voice would emit from your ears. That's right. Go. So disturbing. Anyway, let's give him a hearty good luck high five welcome. That's right. To the magic expert, Magic Von Expert. Magic Von Expert, please.
Yes, do I just slide in here or?
Yeah. I'll move. I'll move. You go in.
Yes, excuse me.
I'm just continuing my applause.
Yes.
Wow, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me. I'm truly honored to be part of such a magnificent podcast.
We're honored.
We're the ones who are honored.
Absolutely.
So Magic Expert, Magic Von Expert.
Yes, that's me.
Can
Magic
you please
Von Expert.
Tell us a little bit about where you learned magic? What are your qualifications? Because we only allow the most qualified people onto our show.
Right, of course. Well, everyone should know me. I've appeared on many different programs concerning Magic the Gathering and its sister game, Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yes.
Yeah, non-canonically.
Non-canonically, of course.
Related.
Yes.
Right, of course. Just symbolically related in the paths that they took to reach the fame that they both hold.
Of course.
And of course, I studied at the very esteemed Magic State University in Oakland. And I've gotten one of the highest degrees there. It took me 7 years of studying.
You have a doctorate in magic?
No, I'm actually a connoisseur of magic. It says so on the plaque that's in my office. It's gold-plated, neon embossed.
So, just a random question. Doctor, PhD is the short for that. What is the... How do you write connoisseur?
CNZ.
Oh.
Yes, connoisseur. It's the British spelling. So
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Makes
yes,
sense.
high
Wonderful.
esteem. Yes, I actually was just getting off my flight from England, where I met with the Queen of Magic.
Wow.
Yes, she had me at
Oh.
high tea, where we played a single match of Sealed, and she whooped my ass.
Oh my! Well,
Yes.
I've known that the Queen of Magic is pretty good. I mean,
Yes.
that's why she's the queen, right?
That's right. She went aggro on my soul, and
Yeah.
Wow, that
I've
must
been
have been
there.
a really difficult,
I've been there, buddy.
a brutal loss.
yes. But if anyone were to beat me, it better be royalty.
Yes,
Absolutely.
And well, we're honored to have you on the show today, Magic
you,
Fun
thank
Expert,
you.
the Magic Expert, because not only are you an expert in all things magic and
Yes.
Guilds of Ravnica, the upcoming release.
Yes.
Yes. I don't know if I mentioned, but I was a consultant with Wizards.
Oh.
On the new upcoming set. Yes, I did art consultation and hot yoga. Yes, I'm also a licensed yogi, and I helped them keep their headspace while designing the cards and the mechanics for this
So
upcoming
you just
set.
cranked up the heat.
That's right.
in
They
Wizards
have
of the Coast?
central heat at Wizards.
Oh, yeah, Seattle, notoriously frigid
Yes.
climate. But not only are you a Guilds of Ravnica expert, you also have a book tour. Please tell us about that.
Yes, I am currently on tour. That's why I was in England to visit the Queen of Magic. And
Yes.
for those of you who haven't read my previous works, I do a sort of magical realism take on the magic community. So my newest trilogy, this is the first in a trilogy, is called Science: The Gathering. It's an AU fiction book in which an alternate reality took place starting when Wizards created the game. And everything is science themed, and we sort of see how that plays out. And the meta is very different at the point. I've actually written up to today, and in the second book, we get to see the future of Science: The Gathering. So
Wow,
it's
I'm-
very exciting, and I hope that you can all check it out. It releases on November 7th worldwide and on Amazon Kindle.
Did the Queen of Magic bless your book? Because I know that she's
Yes,
she's blessed
Oh,
books in the past.
Yes. Well, we actually have a blessing ceremony coming up. I'm back there on November 6th, the day before the book
Sure,
releases.
sure,
And
yeah.
it's going to be televised. I don't know if you guys are going to be doing a live stream or not, but I would implore you
on
to do
ABC,
so.
NBC.
And the rest.
Oh,
Wow.
every channel.
Of
Yes.
course, all the
Yeah.
major news networks.
I
Yes.
want to know about this.
ABC and the rest.
Absolutely. Wow. It's nice that you'll have like a fresh blessing going into it. You don't want it to
Refreshing.
get you don't want it to get stale.
That's right. A stale blessing ruins the pot, so says the queen.
Very
She's
true.
really very wise.
true.
So, I was wondering, can we ask you a few questions about, the upcoming set, since as you said you were there, giving hot yoga and consultation.
That's right. Yes, I'm happy
To
to
the
answer any questions
developers.
that you have. Anything that doesn't fall under the NDA that I signed
Oh,
with
yeah, of
Wizards.
course,
I
of
can talk
course.
about basically anything. Yes.
Wow. Okay. Maria, do you have a question?
I absolutely do. I want to know what your favorite new mechanic is in Guilds of Ravnica.
Right.
Yeah, so some people have been like, "Oh, jumpstart. That's just to flashback,
Sure.
but with a different cost." So how do you feel about some of the other mechanics?
Yes. Well, there's a saying in the magic connoisseur community: all mechanics are old mechanics. There are no new mechanics. So. If
That's
you're complaining
actually
about
true.
a new mechanic coming back and just being an old mechanic, well, let me tell you, Magic is just chess, but with cards. And chess is just Mancala with knights and queens and kings. So everything comes from something before it. So Jumpstart, yes, it's just a little bit of a different change with a new cost. It's a cost I'm willing to pay.
And we
Wow.
all will be,
Yes.
I assume, come the pre-release.
Absolutely. Which guild do you feel like you're most allied to in this upcoming set?
Well, you all know me. You've read my blog, I'm sure.
Yes, yes, every day.
Yes, Von Experts, Von Vons. It's a playoff of Bonbons, which is my favorite treat.
Who's
Wonderful wordplay.
who doesn't delight in a bonbon now and again?
Yes, so if you know me, you know that I'm a bit of a red guy. So the guild that I identify most with are the Reds. And
Yeah.
I just feel like their playstyle really fits my avant-garde personality and nuanced smile.
That is how I
Yes,
would describe
that
your
is-
smile.
Absolutely. There's so much hidden in it.
Yes. Have you ever done one of those magic eye puzzles where you look through the image?
Yes.
My smile has one. Try.
Oh, wow. That's
My goodness. It
dolphins.
really-
It is dolphins.
I've never been very good at seeing them, but that's on me. I'm sorry.
I want to know, Magic Fun expert.
Yes.
The magic expert. What is different about the Golgari this time? Because
Ah.
they've been slightly reimagined, their guild, in this Guilds of Ravnica.
Right. Well, the Gari clan is a bit of an underrated clan, I think. I think that people would
Yeah.
have scoffed at anyone who would use the Gari in previous sets.
Yeah,
Keep going.
absolutely. You're not
Going,
wrong.
You're so right.
You're very correct.
That's actually right.
Yes.
Well, of course it's right. And I think that people shouldn't be afraid to try something new when Guilds comes out and try to work the Gari either into a single color or a dual color deck.
Wow. If you can put it in a single color deck, I mean, I'm
would be
impressed.
really impressive.
I'm very impressive.
Well, I mean, I think you're not giving the Gari enough credit. I mean, you know how their guild motto is togetherness.
Ooh.
Yeah.
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 A little bit stolen from Celestia.
Yes.
But they both share green.
Yeah, that's true.
So they have that in common, I guess.
Right.
Wonderful.
Guilds go green, if you know what I mean.
Absolutely.
We certainly do.
I have a question about planeswalkers because we've all been like kind of on the edge of our seat. Well, we see another planeswalker coming out of Guilds of Ravnica.
Well,
Can you give us a hint?
I can. I can confirm that there's at least one new planeswalker joining the cast of walkers. And boy,
Wow.
I don't want to smile too much, but it's going to be a trip for those of you who have been familiar with the very first set of planeswalkers that were released. It might be a bit of a throwback to one of those.
Oh, we just had kind of a throwback
Yeah,
in
we-
Magic Oranges.
Yeah, we've been kind of considering that it's the Gatewatch and we're seeing the continued story of the Gatewatch.
Right, yes.
I think that would, unless you're talking about Garrick, in which case I
Well-
think we would all be very surprised.
Well, you know I'm a Rick man. That's my planeswalker of choice. So I'm not going to say what we're talking about, Garrick, but Rick, wink, wink, if you know what I mean.
Wow.
He might be coming back.
Wow.
That's
you
right.
heard
He
it
might be
here
watching
first.
some gates, if you know what I mean.
Big spoiler.
Yeah,
You have so much access to privileged information.
that's right. I have a gold member card for Wizards, actually.
Oh, what does that get you?
A lifetime supply of yogurt from their fridge.
Wow.
That is
That's basically
worth
the
it.
only...
That's great because normally it's free.
Well, this is a lifetime supply, so...
Wow, that's a
Okay.
big promise.
Great.
That's a lot of yogurt.
Yes.
I know, Megan, you're a fan of Niv Mizzet, one of the big
Yes.
dragons.
Absolutely. Niv Mizzet is sort of like one of my favorite guild leaders. Who's your favorite guild leader?
Well,
Yeah.
outside of my magic connoisseuring, I'm also a big fan of other types of guilds across America and in the past. You know,
Oh, of course.
Celtic guild, a Scottish guild, and I would say that my favorite guild leader has to come actually outside of the Magic the Gathering universe. A first for
of
Magic
course,
Fun
of
expert.
course.
My
Sure.
favorite guild leader is Skerrick von Long. I share the Von part of my name. Skerrick von Long from the Scandinavian region. He led a guild through a war in the 1930s.
What war?
Wow, what war?
Oh, the Scandinavian War of the 1930s.
Wow. So
okay.
so while the rest of the world was sort of embroiled.
Yes, have you ever seen the movie The Village?
No.
Yes, actually.
No.
Yeah, it's an M. Night Shyamalan film. This was very similar.
The
A
war.
very similar situation.
Okay.
I don't see how that could be possible, but
Well, they were just sort of living in the past, even though it was the present, just like in The Village.
spoiler alert.
It's been several years.
Well, now it's time for a couple questions from our listeners.
Yes, you're looking out to the viewers for some answers.
Yeah, I mean, people love you. You've got such a rich and storied history.
Yes, I get 20 fan letters per day.
Okay.
Exactly.
Wow.
Here's a question for you. On a scale of 1 to 10, how many pieces of power are there?
Oh, that's a great question.
Some people would consider this settled fact, but then again, you have privileged information that
We
we're
don't
not.
know about.
We don't have
a
access
gold
to.
card.
So
Yes. Well, on a scale of 1 to 10, I would say that it's between 8 and 9 at this point with the new set.
Wow.
Oh.
Are you saying that before this new set, there were fewer than 8 to 9?
No, I'm
pieces of
saying
power?
that we've actually removed one of the
Oh.
pieces of power or 2 pieces of power from the set in a surprise twist. As you know, Wizards has been working on nanochip technology in each card, and they're set to all spontaneously combust at midnight of the release.
Oh my God.
Wow. Do you know which one of the pieces of power it is?
Yes, it's the golden one.
My
I
God.
think we're all just going to have to think really
what
hard
could that
about
be?
what that means.
You are full of riddles, Magic Von Expert.
You really
Yes.
are.
So if you have one of the pieces of power, I would suggest, I don't know, like locking it in some kind of it's blast-proof safe because it might be gone.
Yes, I was part of the QA process for Wizards on whether or not the combustion could withstand a sort of safe or underwater scenario, and it has disintegrated every time. So if you are lucky enough to be able to salvage a piece of power, the golden one, then you are in possession of some illegal goods. So
Wow. Watch out.
Oh my gosh.
All right. Ian asks, Dr. Von Expert. Sorry, it's actually Connoisseur Von
Yeah,
Expert.
Connoisseur.
We had
yes.
that title wrong. Should I focus on standard or modern brewing right now? I really want to get better at play sequencing, if that helps.
yes, so play sequencing is really important. I think that you probably want to focus on modern at this point. I think a lot of people are looking towards the future when it comes to play order. So
Yeah, absolutely.
Modern, known as the format of the future, I
Yes.
think is the way we
Yes,
talk
yes.
about it. So
absolutely.
it makes a lot of sense.
yes, so great question, Ian.
I know you had trouble with play sequencing early in your career.
That's right. I was known as play sequence negative. That's
Yeah.
right. That was my
That's a tough-
my title at tournaments. Yes, you know,
Wow.
I took second place at GP Montreal 1944.
oh, because of
Wow.
your sequencing.
Yeah,
That's
and
right.
you could have had first.
That's right. If I had better sequencing.
How many people were at that tournament, by the way? Very early tournament.
Yes, it was. It was on the crux of the Magic creationism segment of the history. So
Yeah.
there was probably about 10 to 15 professionals and a handful of novices.
Oh,
Wow.
okay. Yeah,
very,
that makes,
very cool.
that makes
And you
sense.
mentioned that this was at the crux of the Magic, like sort of creationism period.
That's right.
There are people who are fans of the Magic fabrication theory
Oh, yes.
of Magic development, but
No.
you're a
You're a
Magic
creationist.
I am a
creationist.
young Magic creationist. I believe that Magic is only 74 years old,
Okay.
as that tournament was the very first.
Sure.
Oh, wow. Wonderful.
Thank you.
What do you personally hope for the future of the game, since you know your hand is in the pot and you can have an effect on what happens?
That's right. So Wizards had filled the pot with several different slips of paper, suggestions from around the office, and of course my hand was in said pot. And
Literally.
Yeah.
if I could bring the Magic community in any way, or maybe influence the Magic meta with my hand in said pot, I would really strive to bring more imps. More imps. I think
Yeah.
we've been impless
Yeah.
for far too long, and
Yes.
there's been too much of a focus on dragons. And
Wow, that's a very hot take.
thank
You're
you.
not a fan of the Dragon Clan?
Well, there's just been so many of them.
It's
The
true.
big ones, the small ones,
The medium ones.
the tall ones.
But imps, though, I think I can get on board with that. More imps.
Absolutely.
Yes, yes. And if I could be so blunt,
yes.
which of the imps have you used in a deck, and have you found them useful?
Stinkweed imp is an imp
Yes.
that I've
I've played
with.
that in Dredge
yes.
quite a bit.
Yes.
Stinkweed Imp, great for getting a lot of cards into your graveyard.
Right, that's right. And
And
the more cards that
sometimes-
are in the graveyard, the more points that you score in that type of deck that scores points based on how many cards are in your graveyard.
Absolutely.
Yes, that is how Dredge works.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, Magic Von Expert, the Magic Expert, I feel like I've learned enough for 3 lifetimes
Same.
in this
Thank you.
segment.
And I'm only on number 1 of my 3 lifetimes. So,
Oh.
Wow.
Okay, you're a young boy yet.
Yeah.
yes.
Despite
You're-
being, a distinguished older gentleman.
Yes, I am 70.
Remember to check out Magic Von Expert's book, Science the Gathering, the first in a trilogy.
That's right, coming out November 7th.
Yes.
And you can watch a live recording of the Queen of Magic blessing the book on November 6th on ABC, NBC, CBS,
And the rest.
and the rest.
A live recording.
Magic Von Expert, thank you so much for
Yes.
being here. On
Oh, and
Good
thank you
Luck
for
High
having
Five.
me.
It was great.
That's right. And if you are looking for more Magic Von Expert, Magic Expert, please check out my blog, Magic Von Von.
Before we go,
Ultra Pro.
we go on. Ultra Pro. I mean, I tried to make it
Yeah,
rhyme.
it rhymed, and I just got too excited for the rhyme.
It's same.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, we're just pausing.
Pause.
Before we go, Ultra Pro.
Yeah, it's a great place for magic accessories if you need binders. They've got all kinds of binders, not even
Yes.
just one kind.
They have these beautiful, like, soft, like, padded ones that
You
are
could bring it to a
nice.
job interview.
You could. If you walked into a job interview with this binder, they would not know that it was not a nice folio.
and you could just sit there smugly knowing that it has all of your magic
all
cards
you're
in
holding in your lap right then are your magic cards.
I love that. If you need a little extra confidence when you go in for an interview, consider
Yeah.
bring your magic
doesn't?
cards in and just like knowing they're there.
Exactly. Holding on to them. And for all of your job interview and
Magic
gaming needs.
Ultra Pro. All right, everybody, it's time to take Good Luck High Fives Ravnica Guild Quiz.
That's right. We've only included the 5 guilds that are in Guilds of Ravnica
Yes.
so that we're answering the question very pertinently of what should you be playing at the
Correct.
pre-release coming up. We didn't put in the other guilds. We'll do a quiz for those when that next set comes up.
Yeah, so you can take the official quiz or you can take our quiz.
Which is definitely also official.
The choice is yours. Okay, so I'm going to give you the quiz play along at home. Megan, would you like to take this quiz to perhaps revert your Boros
I
affiliation?
mean, I think we should both take it.
Okay, we will. Question number 1. You come upon a fork in the road. Which path do you take? A, the right path.
Okay.
B, you dig a tunnel.
Oh.
C, you're not on the path. You're hiding in the woods.
Oh.
D, no one can know. Or E, build a third path out of wires.
Okay. Okay. I have my answer.
Let me think. Got it.
Okay.
What's your answer?
Mine is going to be C. I'm not on the path. I'm in the woods.
Ooh, me too.
Wow. Okay.
Okay.
Now we have 2. You're invited to a friend's wedding. What do you wear?
Oh, great question.
A suit of armor. Mm-hmm. B, a cool vintage find.
Yeah.
C, something you borrowed from your friend.
Okay.
D, no one can know. E, you crocheted your own pants. Wow.
Okay, great.
What's your answer for this one?
Well, I hope I would. This is my hope for myself that I'd had a cool vintage find.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's going to be true though.
I crocheted my own pants.
Of course you did.
Yeah.
Great.
All right. I want to ask the next one because I wrote this question.
Okay, go.
You get to name a champion racehorse. What do you name it? A, good horse. B, you name it after its dead grandfather.
Oh.
C, the horse can choose its own name. D, no one can know. E, McFizzins.
Well, I'm definitely going to name my horse McFizzins. I don't know about you.
I think I have to pick C. The horse can choose its own name.
Yeah, that is a very Megan answer.
Yeah.
Question 4. You've got to pay rent, but you're $50 short. What do you do? A, become a prize fighter in your local gym. B, sell your favorite compost pile. C, start a co-op. Everyone can live here. D, how do you know where I live? Or E, invent Bitcoin and pay with that. Ooh.
My answer is D.
Yeah, that's
Actually, my answer is honestly
C, isn't it?
probably C.
You
yeah,
love-
I
you-
literally lived in a co-op.
Yeah, you
so.
had a great time. I guess I'm gonna have to go with D because I don't have a compost pile to sell, unfortunately.
Well, all right. You should get on that.
All right, question number 5.
What was your favorite school club? A, ROTC. B, gardening. C, 4-H. D, if anyone asks, I never went to school. E, chess club.
Okay, well, I can only answer the club that I was legitimately in.
Which was
chess club.
Wow.
But here's the thing. I decided to quit after a period of time because I had too many activities that I was in and I had to cut something, but I designed the logo for their shirts. I just remembered that sitting here right now. Oh boy.
Let's see. Mine is probably closest to B.
Gardening?
Yeah.
Okay, what club are you thinking of?
I'm just thinking of like what I did extracurricularly.
Sure.
Because we don't have theater on here and that's the only extracurricular I was a part of.
Yeah.
I did like some school beautification stuff or whatever.
Okay, that counts.
So
yeah. I've found my most common answer.
Okay.
And I have also found your most common answer.
All right. So this is the way it works. If your most common answer was A, you're Boros.
Congratulations.
If it was B, you're Golgari.
You did it, you mushroom person.
If it was C, you're Celestia.
Ooh, join the co-op.
If it was D, you're Demir.
Nobody knows you were here.
And if it was E, you're Izzet.
You probably electrocute yourself every day.
So Maria, what were you?
I got Izzet.
Wow. Are you surprised?
I am surprised. I thought I was going to get Celestia.
I got Celestia.
And you got Celestia.
I did get Celestia. Whew, thank goodness for that.
All right, you're in the clear from Boros, Megan.
Oh, thank goodness.
Did you wake up this week like screaming, covered in sweat, like you remember the Boros Legion?
Yes, I did.
Okay, well, you played Celestia at... Did you choose Celestia for Return to Ravnica? We didn't do the pre-release, but you liked them the best.
I did. That's what I drafted the most, for sure.
So you're good with that answer, I take it.
Yeah, I really am.
Okay.
I was Celestia for a while before I learned that there were better ways to be.
Well, human beings and aliens, welcome our alien overlords. That's this episode of Good Luck. High five. Thank you, everybody, for listening, and thank you, everybody who's a patron. And by the way, I just want to point out, if you think to yourself that $5 a month, which is $1.25 an episode, is too much for you, that's fine. You can still be a patron at $1 a month.
That's right. You can pick any dollar amount.
Doesn't matter.
Yes. So if you're like, I can only make it work at $1 a week, $4.
Yeah.
Perfect.
That's
you can put in
fine.
$4 a month. We are so thrilled with any amount of contribution that you are able to make. And we understand that, right, that people's financial circumstances change. And that's also part of why we're always asking people to consider becoming patrons, because we know that there are people who have supported the show up until now, but stuff changes and they can't anymore.
Yeah.
And we want the podcast to be here and the videos to be here for anyone who needs it at any time, regardless of their financial situation. So if you're able, consider chipping in a few dollars our way while you can, so that we're keeping it on the airwaves.
Remember, every Monday we've got board game reviews from our game guy, who shall remain nameless, Nicholas.
That's right. So far we've got Railroad Rivals and Root.
Yes, and next week Megan's going to make an appearance.
That's right, and it's one of my favorites.
It's a great party game.
Yes.
If you're not subscribed to our YouTube channel, it's youtube.com/goodluckhighfive, and you're going to want to do that to be notified when the video goes up, and you can hang out with Nicholas and Megan as they review that game too. And thanks once again to our sponsors, Ultra Pro and Card Kingdom. They're both terrific places for your Magic gear and your Magic cards, respectively. Go check them out if you haven't yet. The Good Luck High Five link is cardkingdom.com/GLHF.
And if you request a sticker, they'll give you one. They will
They're
give
just
you
those
one.
kind of people.
That's so nice.
Wow, we are coming up on a lot of exciting things in the coming weeks, Megan.
The World Championship is right around the corner.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited for the teams to play Sealed with Guilds of Ravnica.
They're gonna play Sealed.
They have a day to look at them.
Yes.
And then the next day they're like, okay, now you're gonna play.
Wow.
That's not a lot of time to be like,
no.
I know what strategies are good.
So, check back in with
super
us this week and next week for, the sweet happenings.
Judge Rob episode's coming up pretty soon.
Wow, boing,
Which
boing,
means
boing.
the pre-release. Judge Rob's gonna hop in here like a little bunny rabbit.
That's
and
right.
give you his magic knowledge.
Wow. Very nice.
We should thank once again Magic Von Expert, the Magic Expert.
Yes, thank you, Magic Von Expert, for joining us today.
Yeah, we learned a lot.
What a luminary.
Oh, absolutely. A paragon of his time.
Yes.
A parent, some would say, if we knew what that word meant.
Yeah. If we knew.